Have you ever had hip pain and wondered to yourself, could I have hip arthritis? Hi, I'm Dr. Luke Rasmussen, and today on Ortho Break, we're going to be talking about the top 3 symptoms that could mean that you have hip osteoarthritis. Let's start with number 1. The first sign of hip osteoarthritis is hip pain. Now, contrary to popular belief, lateral-sided hip pain, or pain that's up near the belt line, oftentimes isn't coming from the hip itself. Rather, hip pain comes deep in the groin and deep in the low buttock, in locations that are very close to where the hip anatomically is. Oftentimes, patients find it very difficult to sleep at night due to this deep groin pain. Symptom number 2, stiffness. Doc, I just can't seem to get my shoes and socks on anymore. This is probably the most common complaint that I hear in my clinic. As swelling and inflammation forms in the tissues around the hip, those tissues become less pliable over time. Additionally, bone spurs start to form around the ball and socket of the hip joint and create areas of bony impingement, further limiting the range of motion of the hip. Patients tend to lose both flexion and internal rotation first, and as the disease progresses, start to lose extension, which leads to symptom 3, a limp. Oftentimes, this third symptom is reported to me not by the patient, but by their friends and family. As patients lose terminal extension of their hips, they tend to lean forward to avoid areas of bony impingement. This leads to this forward stoop gait. Additionally, as inflammation continues in the hip, patients tend to lean over the affected size to reduce the forces in the hip. Collectively, this causes the patient to have an atypical gait or a limp, specifically one that I call the bad hip gimp. Do you have one or maybe all the symptoms we talked about today? I would recommend talking to an orthopedic surgeon about things that can be done to decrease your symptoms so that you can live a better life. I'm Dr. Luke Rasmussen, and this has been your Ortho Break. Remember, there's a better way. Let's find it together.